So I've been talking a lot about flash sales lately, and maybe you are looking to host your flash sale on a platform called Kajabi, but you're asking yourself, how do I do that? How do I make this happen? I'm not sure. I see so many amazing things I can do, but I'm not sure how to actually execute a flash sale on Kajabi. Well, today I'm going to be showing you behind the scenes on how you can create a flash sale on Kajabi. Hey there, Corporate Misfits. Brittany Darrington here, and welcome to the Corporate Misfit Club channel, where we help digital product creators to market and generate sales in their business. Now, before we dive into today's topic, where I'm going to be showing you how you can create a flash sale on Kajabi, you might be interested in just checking out this platform to see if it might be a good fit for your digital products, or if you're an aspiring digital product creator, seeing if it might be a good fit for you to be able to create your online business. Now, I have an extended trial for you to check out, which you can find below in the description as well as in the comment section. This extended trial also has a special bonus associated with it so that you can be able to launch on this platform in no time. Okay, so let's talk all about what a flash sale is and seeing if being able to utilize this platform might be a good fit for you in your upcoming flash sale so that you can get started in no time. So, a flash sale is where you're going to host a quick sale, which lasts anywhere from 24 to 48 hours or even 72 hours. I usually host between 48 to 72-hour flash sales. And this is where you have a specific product that is going to be on sale for a limited time offer, and people are going to be able to take action right away. Now, this is different from your live launches and your long launches where you ultimately are sending out a series of emails, inviting people. Instead, this is really quick, simple, and easy because you are informing people of the sale. You're giving them a couple of days to take action. And then once it has hit the end of that sale, it goes away and you're not talking about it anymore. So, for you to be able to really host an effective flash sale on Kajabi, it's important that you have something like a sales page. I'm going to be sharing behind the scenes of a sales page that I have that I utilize for flash sales. Or you can even check out the particular landing page that we have in sale. Okay, let's go ahead and go behind the scenes. So the flash sale template that I'm going to be utilizing for this example is here. So you can see what this is all about. If you want to check it out, I'll leave a link for it below. And again, this is made specifically for Kajabi. Okay, so what we're going to do is if you are in your Kajabi account, you're going to go to where it says website. We're going to then go to where it says pages. We're going to be utilizing landing pages. So Kajabi has some options for you. You can utilize some of the different templates that Kajabi may have or some of the other templates that you may have already, or you can upload, let's say if you were to purchase a template, you can upload a template here. Okay, I'm going to utilize, again, that template I just showed you. I'm going to go ahead and hit customize. And let's just go ahead and take a peek at what this looks like overall and break down some of the different sections so that you know what is included and you can identify what is needed for your overall page. So let's go ahead and hit preview. And let's look at these different sections. I'm going to just break them all down. So here is where you share a little bit more about your flash sale. If there is a limited offer to your flash sale, you can share like while supplies last. Maybe you're only going to give this to 20 people so that people can take action right now. Maybe you are going to only provide a certain amount of audit sessions or coaching sessions and things like that. And so this is where you can share a little bit more about your flash sale, but again, help people to understand how long this is going to be available, and it's not going to be long until this ends. Now, I like to have a countdown because this helps people to know that this is only available during this specific time, and once it hits 0, it is going to be gone. Now, the great part about a countdown is it creates urgency without you having to say things like, this is ending soon. Instead, it does the urgency for you to help people to know that this will not be available after this time frame or the price is going up or things along those lines. Now, I'll show you how to do this in Kajabi so you can properly set this up. And then I like to have a call to action so that then if they're ready to move forward, as soon as they see this, they can hit this button or hit this button here. Again, give your audience an opportunity to say yes by clicking on some of these call to actions. So then underneath, I like to have my actual digital product that I'm going to be giving away for this particular flash sale that I'm going to be doing a flash sale product on. So it's not giving away for free, but it's a discounted price. So it could be a course. It could be you're doing an audit for people. You're going to be giving an ebook away or maybe workbooks, things along those lines. So there's all these options that you can choose from in the digital product space. Maybe they can access your membership or a community or get access to exclusive podcasts. So these are just some ideas that you can utilize for a particular flash sale. Now, the flash sale, you might sell this at a specific price, but during your flash sale, you're going to sell it at a no-brainer discounted price where someone wants to say yes right away. So it might be something that a lot of people have been interested in or talking about and they want. And so you normally would price this at a higher price, but for this limited time offer, you're going to price this at a lower cost. So let's just say that the price was normally $97 and we're going to offer it for $29.99. So there is a discount that allows the customer to get this special price for this limited time. So this is where you're going to plug in your title of what your overall flash sale is, and then a little bit more about the benefits of this flash sale. This flash sale will help you to blank, like what will it help you to do? What transformation will it help you to get? Now, immediately, you want to go straight into sharing more about what this product is and what's included. Again, our goal is not necessarily to do a whole long, drawn out sales page for this, because our goal is to show them what it is. Here's the discounted price, what's included. You can make a decision now. It's not necessarily to do a whole full on sales page showing you, telling you more about the product, helping you to understand why it's important. And it's not priced at some of those signature course prices and things along those lines. These are usually something where it's a no brainer where someone will say yes. Now, here's your image again. So this just helps to really provide a visual of what someone is getting. You don't have to use the same image over and over. You can use a different image. If you have multiple versions and mock-ups of your images, you can do that as well. And then, so now you share more about what this product is. Hey, corporate misfits, in the world where you're trying to figure out how to generate sales and you're trying to figure out how you don't get into a sales slump. Well, flash sales can truly help you to be able to create consistent sales in your business or help you get out of a sales slump or a feast and famine that you might be experiencing. With this product, you'll be able to blank, 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 right? So share more about what you're capable of doing. And then what will happen from here is you can start to share some more about how this particular flash sale can help you. So maybe you pick one or two different features in the flash sale that you showcase right here, and you share more about the overall items that are in this particular flash sale. Now, if you have any testimonials about this particular flash sale, you can include that here. If you don't have any testimonials, maybe you just skip this and maybe you just share why someone should take action on this. So you don't have to necessarily have testimonials if you don't have any yet. Now, with this flash sale offer, you want people to know the original price was this, but you're going to get this at a flash sale price. So we want to make sure that people are aware that this is not going to be available at all times and that this is usually priced at a higher price, at a higher tier price point than what you're getting right now. The reason for this is because we want our audience to see that with this special flash sale, that if they do want it at the special price, they do need to go ahead and move forward with taking action. So we can inform them that opportunities won't last like this forever. And then if your product requires you to do some Q&A, I do recommend that you include this. So if you want to include information about maybe the return policy on your digital product. Maybe you want to include how they will be able to access this after they were to purchase it. All of that great stuff, then you can guide them properly and share more questions and be able to answer those questions so that then they're not having to email you or miss out on the sale because they didn't know if it were a right fit. And then having a very strong call to action at the very end. This is a really great way for you to say, yes, I'm moving forward, and, basically helping them to say, here's your opportunity. Let's do this. So this is just, again, a simple, short page that allows you to be able to share about the product, share about the features, and then ultimately lead them to your checkout. Now, it looks like there's a lot going on, but mainly it's pictures. So it's not too much copy. It's mainly picture oriented, so you're not having to feel overwhelmed. Okay, so now that you've seen this page and you know why I have added these specific sections, let's go ahead and dive into the behind the scenes of this. Now, again, you can, and if you feel like this style works for you, you can do that. You can also check out the template that we have, or some people like to just utilize their flash sale with this only, just this particular header, this particular image, and this little small description. They don't want to add all of this down here. They just want to have this particular section, which is totally cool. You get to decide. Just know that what works for you may not work for others, and what works for others may not work for you. So you get to pick and choose as your digital product business, as you're the owner of it, you get to pick what's going to work best. So here, if you want to do that, you can do that too. So let's just say I only wanted these two sections. I would hide, if you're utilizing a template, I would hide these other sections. So then it's not showing. So let's hide. Okay. So I just hid a ton of sections. And basically, it's just this particular thing. And if they click it, they go to a checkout, right? So I am going to bring that back. So you have the options to choose what you want and what you don't want on this particular page. Or if you're creating your own, pick what sections you want to include and then create them. This works for any platform, whatever platform you're creating or utilizing. It could be whatever platform, but ultimately you can have a similar design to this and get this set up. Okay, so now that we know you can hide some stuff or you can pick and choose what parts you want to create for your own pages. Now let's talk about this particular countdown in Kajabi. So in Kajabi, to have a countdown, you need to create something called an event. So editing your events. So I'm going to go ahead and click edit events. We're going to hop over there and we are going to create a new event. When I click on new event, we're going to plug in what that event is going to be. Now, here's the deal with events. Normally, you would have an event that leads up to your particular event, such as a webinar or a workshop, things like that. So once it hits 0, then that webinar or this workshop is going to be available. Well, I decided to use the event to be a countdown to the end of a flash sale. So let's say that your flash sale is going to end on a Friday at midnight. And what you're going to do is you're going to make the event occur at Friday at midnight. And that's really going to be when your event ends. But that's what we are putting there in order for it to do a proper countdown for your flash sale. So we're going to type in flash sale number 2. And now we're going to go, when does this event end? Again, we're going to say Friday and we're going to do 12. Let's actually do Saturday because Kajabi does this thing where you can't necessarily do 59. You can do like 11:55, but that would be weird, right? So we're going to make it 12 a.m. on Saturday. But really what's happening is it ends Friday at 11:59 because once it turns 12 a.m. on Saturday, it's gone. So we're going to go ahead and hit on Saturday. We're going to hit apply. And then what time zone are you in? You'll need to select that. This is not going to be a repeat event. So just know that this is not a repeat event. And we are going to hit save. And that's all we need to do. We don't need to worry about creating emails or anything like that. Instead, we're just utilizing this for the countdown timer only. So I'm going to hit save. We're good to go. And now I'm going to hop back over here and I am going to go to edit and I am going to select my actual timer. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to select my flash sale timer that I just created. There we go. So this is going to expire in 4 days. 4 days and 14 hours and 27 minutes and 25 seconds. This is when this is going to expire. So I recommend if you are going to have a countdown, I recommend that you have a event countdown. Utilize Kajabi's features so you don't have to try to figure out how to integrate other countdown timers on your sales page. And you can do it just like how I showed you. This again, I think helps create some clarity and also letting people know exactly when this is going to end so you don't have to keep telling them this is ending soon. Okay, so now that we have that, hit save. And just in case you are building this out from scratch and you're trying to figure out how do I do what Brittany just did up here? Well, what I did was I created something called a custom section. In that custom section, I added a text area, I added a countdown area, and a call to action area. All you have to do is go to add content. And then here are some of the options that Kajabi is going to give you. And then you can select and start to put that together. So those are just the options there. Okay. So now that we know that this area has a countdown and how to properly do that, let's talk about linking your call to actions to your actual checkout. So with your flash sale, you might have a code that you want to utilize. So let's say there is a code that they have to type in at checkout, so you don't have to create a new checkout. And if that is the case, you need to reiterate this code all throughout the page. So if you're going to have that code, it needs to be all over this page so people know to use this code in order to get this specific discount. Now, if you don't want your customers to have to use a code, but you do want to go ahead and keep the same checkout because you don't want to create a different checkout, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the area called sales. We're then going to make our way to coupons. And then once we've made our way to coupons, we're going to go to a new coupon. Let's click on that. Let's go ahead and do single. And we are going to give whatever percentage off that we are going to give. So let's go ahead and give, I don't have necessarily a product to do one on. I'm just going to make up a product right now. So let's go to 50% off. We're going to just call the coupon 50 off. It's going to be for 50% off. You can do an amount if you would like, but we're going to just do percentages. This is going to be once, and it's going to have an expiration date. Now we need to have the same expiration date that we had for our countdown timer. So we're going to put this time, or we can do Friday at the 9th, and it's going to end at the end of day at 11:59, and it's going to cut off. So that 1 minute extra on the timer is not going to be available. So I'll let you choose what you think works best, but I'm going to select the 9th because it's only going to cut off 1 minute, because we're going to tell our audience it ends at 11:59 instead of 12 a.m. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and hit continue. Now, what you'll do from here, after you hit continue, you're going to include your offer. So the offer that already exists, the checkout that already exists, we're going to include that. I am going to just create a random product here. I'm just adding something random just so I can be able to show you. Now, instead of sharing that code that I created, 50 off, instead what you can do is copy the link. So I'm going to copy that link. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to my sales page for my flash sale, and I'm going to use that particular link. So let's edit these call to action buttons. I'm going to click on this. Let's go to that button. It is going to go to a URL. I'm going to click that URL that I just selected and hit save. Now I can have this button go to a checkout. I can have this button go anywhere else I would like it to go, but I'm going to have it go to URL because I want it to go to that discounted link that I just provided. So now that we have that saved, let's hit preview. Now that we hit preview, let's go ahead and hit this call to action because this is the call to action that I changed. And let's hit, yes, I want to move forward. Okay, so now this pretend community that I made up for $29 is going to be 50% off, whatever my discount is for my flash sale. And instead of anyone having to enter in a code, instead, since I grabbed that coupon code, all they have to do is click on those buttons and it automatically has the discount here. So you don't have to necessarily hope that they utilize the code or keep reminding them to utilize the code. It will automatically update here. So now that helps you to not have to put codes everywhere or even keep changing out codes. You would only need to create the code on the back end and then update the link accordingly. Okay, so now that we have that code, you go through and update all of your call to actions. So update all of that. Now, if you want to have a completely different checkout, you can do that too. You don't have to do what I just did. You can have a completely different checkout. And instead of your buttons going to a URL, your buttons might go to a checkout and select the checkout that you have created. So you can feel free to do that and add your content and your copy there. But it is easier if you already have your checkouts created and you want to do this quickly without having to keep creating all this extra stuff. Just go to the coupon area, add in the discount, get the link, and then ultimately add it to all of your call to actions throughout. Okay, so now that that's taken care of, one thing I want to point out is after the flash sale is over, this is going to go to zero. And we want this to do something else other than just stay on this flash sale price, right? If you want to keep this available, you can do a few things. If you want to keep this available, you can keep the page up. However, when they click on the link, it's going to go to the full price again, whatever that full price of your flash sale is. Or if you go to edit, what we can do is we can have something called an after event. This is where after the event, it's going to do something. So let's look at some options here. So let's enable a countdown action. So then after the event, it goes somewhere else. So we can either, after the event, we can either go to a specific section on the page. We can go to another landing page. We can go to a checkout. We can go to download a file or a URL or go to a two-step opt-in. What I would recommend you do is if that product is not available anymore, where they can even just go even buy it at the full price, what I would do is have a page that says, this offer is no longer available, but check out some of the free resources or some of our other products here. You can do that. That could be a landing page that you create, and that's the landing page that you utilize every time you host a flash sale and your flash sale ends. So try to create something that you can utilize over and over as an evergreen. And again, that's just a simple landing page that says this landing page or this flash sale is over, but check out some of our other resources, our paid products, and our free resources. Or if you are going to continue selling your product at a full price, same thing, but full price version, then you can go to the landing page of where that sales page may be or that video sales letter may live. So you can go to that landing page, and then instead of them being able to come here to this flash sale page, it only takes them to the full price version of it. So now you have no broken links that are taking place on your email. It just goes automatically forwards to the actual full price version of the product. So that's a great way for you to still encourage them to check out the product, but they're not going to get the discounted price. They get the full price version. So this is how you can run a flash sale on Kajabi. Again, I know there's a lot of maneuvering in order to really get it to your liking, and you get to decide what options are going to work best for you in order to get there. But I highly, highly recommend that if you are going to host a flash sale, utilize a timer. Also have enable an action after that timer, like go to the full price or go to a page that says this is no longer available, but here's some other options so people can still learn and see some resources to get from you. And then also too, think of this as a way to generate sales in your business as well. So it's a win-win for both people involved. So I had a customer who emailed me and she said, I'm so happy you do flash sales. Literally, kid you not. She goes, I'm so happy you do flash sales because whenever I see something that I want to get, I think to myself, like, oh, do I need this right now? Is this something I need to be spending my money on in my business, especially as I'm trying to build this up? And then when you host something that is something I can afford, that I believe is a good fit for my business, I move forward. Now, to me, a lot of people would look at that like, oh my gosh, that means people are waiting for my sale only to buy from me. Now, I look at it from this standpoint. I have people who might want to purchase from me, but maybe their business budget does not allow for them to purchase right now at those current prices. So then when there are opportunities that allow for a flash sale and things along those lines, they're able to get it at a special price that might work better for their business budget. So I want you to look at it from a standpoint of, hey, this might help my customer with where they're at in their business right now with their business budget. And instead of looking at it as, oh my gosh, my people might wait for only my flash sales in order to buy from me. So I look at it from a different standpoint, and I will tell you, I absolutely love doing it. It's something that is a lot of fun for, again, for myself and for my clients who want to be able to get some of these different products at a special price. So there you have it, corporate misfits. You can host a flash sale on Kajabi, and you can really decide on what type of landing page style you are looking for, whether it's a long form or a short form. Ultimately, you get to decide what works best for you. And also, if you're interested in trying out this platform to not only utilize it for flash sales, but utilize it to be able to have a place for all of your digital products, even a website, a podcast, landing pages, checkout funnels, and all of that good stuff, then I highly recommend you check out Kajabi. You can find the link to this trial below, as well as an extended trial and a bonus gift for signing up.
Hey there, corporate misfits. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. Go ahead and hit subscribe so you can be notified of some of our upcoming videos.